Welcome. This video is for Pasantías Preprofesionales y Vinculación con la Comunidad 2. This is the fifth video, and the topic of this class is used to. This is a topic really interesting for me. I like it. Well, for the anticipatory set, in the part of anticipatory set, we have the teacher that she will read a short paragraph. There is a didactic or supplementary material carried this time that is a photograph or is a picture of a cartoon, an old cartoon that I used to watch when I was a child. Then the teacher will read or write on the board what the teacher finds better. It's a short paragraph, and it says, when I was a child, there were many cartoons that I liked. Inspector Gadget is one of the one I remember the most. Gadget was an inspector, half man, half robot. He has many tools in his head and a flying bag. The funniest part for me was that when he got a new mission, and the message used to explode after he read it. This while showing the picture of Inspector Gadget. This is in the supplementary material. Well, after that we have the main teaching input. For the main teaching input, we have a warm-up activity. In the warm-up activity, students this time will see some real objects. These objects are carried by the teacher. As I have these items in my house, I designed this lesson plan this way, and they are not hard to find anyway. If the teacher doesn't have the real objects, she can carry pictures, but this time I choose the realia to do this part, and the objects are the following. The first object is a audio cassette. The audio cassette we have to in the past, So as showing the objects, teacher has to tell something about the object in question. So the first object is a audio cassette. And teacher says, when I was 11, my father gave me this cassette. I used to play it for long hours. The next item is a CD. And teacher says, later, when I was a teenager, the CD was released. We used a Discman to listen to music on CDs. And we used to keep our lunch money to buy new batteries for the Discman. The next object shown to the class is a VHS cassette, a video cassette. Teacher says this time, for watching movies, we used to rent video cassettes like this one. My father used to rent a different movie for me and my sister every week. This part is important that the teacher emphasizes the used to while telling descriptions or sentences about the objects from the past. And the fourth object, one that I like the most, a typewriter. And teacher says, finally, the first time I typed, I used this machine. It is a typewriter. Before computers, all kind of document was made using this machine. I used to practice a lot to type correctly. There is a correct way to type, and it was hard to press the keys. This is the presentation in the warm-up activity. Teacher speaks to students, emphasizes on the grammar structure topic, and shows students the objects. The students maybe can find themselves catched by the objects. Maybe they never seen this before. So next, teachers shows a presentation or a poster to show the grammar part. The grammar part of used to. This is a supplementary material and students in this presentation can show how to apply, when to apply it, and some examples of the used to structure. So then teacher writes on the board some nouns and then she writes a sentence using used to on the board. For example, she writes chicken and in front of chicken we write a chicken used to be an egg. Next noun, butterfly, and in front of butterfly we write a butterfly used to be warm. The next is cars. In front of cars we write cars used to work with gas. And last, people. In front of people we write people used to eat lots of sugar. After writing all these sentences, students are asked when do they think that people do used to eat a lot of sugar? Now, recently, or in the past? So this is a way to get more in the context of the used to. After this part, teacher asks students to raise hands and formulate their own sentences by saying any noun or saying anything. Students will work in pairs to tell each other something they used to do, and maybe they locate in pairs, and the first student tell to the other, and then vice versa. Something they used to do when they were younger, when they were in primary school, something like that. The last part of this main teaching input is teacher walks around monitoring and answering questions if needed. This is necessary because this part is the input. So students have to be really supported. They need to ask and the teacher has to answer the questions. In the modeling part, teacher will ask questions to elicit answers. The answers could be fake. It is not important, but the students have to use the structure used to. For example, making questions. Teacher says, where did you used to live? So the student have to answer, I used to live in Paris, for example, because the answers could be fake, but we have to use used to. There is 3 questions like this. Where did you used to live? What color did you used to wear for parties? Where did you used to spend your time on vacation? So, these questions can be asked to more than 3 students, but we don't have to take too much time in this activity because we have more activities to do. In the next part, we have the guided practice. In the guided practice, a student will write some sentences about something they used to do as children. They can ask the teacher anytime. This is maybe repetitive, but it is necessary to state the context of the grammar structure used to. In the independent practice, students will compare the devices to listen to music that a teenager used to use versus the new devices they use, because in the past teenagers used to listen music from CDs or maybe tapes, but now they use only digital devices. Last, the assessment. In the assessment part, the teacher will start saying a sentence to elicit students an answer. And any student will be asked to answer. It's a random student that will be asked. The sentences could be like this. When I was a child, and the student have to complete. Or old cartoon used to, and the student have to complete. In the closing review and follow-up, the class will be concluded by reviewing the presentation about the used to form, and as a homework, students will write a sentence asking their parents about something they used to do when they were teenagers. This is the last video of this sequence of 5 videos for the Pasantías Profesionales y Vinculación con la Comunidad 2.